Y'all on. Can everybody hear me? Yeah, yeah. Y'all on, man. What y'all on? Y'all good? Y'all decent? What's good? Y'all on, man. Tonight is my bingo night. Whoa. Tonight is my bingo night. Yeah. Y'all on, man. You talking about you fried, man. I am. I'm really fried, folk. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all funny too, folk. Cause hey, I be watching the lives back sometime, right? Well, nobody told me y'all could really hear me swallowing like that when I'm drinking on here, bro. Like I did not know. Like when I be screenshotting, y'all can hear fat. I ain't know that. I'm like, before I got to slurp like lower now, folks. I gotta slurp lower, folks, so I can make sure I ain't on here just drinking loud, folks. But when I heard that out, it was cringy a little. I'm like, what is that? I'm on there getting that. Oh, fuck out. Whoa. That swallow was too loud on for them grave. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. No diddy, folks. No diddy, folks. No diddy, folks. I gotta swallow lower, folks. No diddy, folks. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody to my, oh man, I can't wait to edit this. Dog, bro, we ain't know that, bro. You know, cause you know I ain't mean it like that. Don't do that, bro, cause you know I ain't mean it like that. You know I'm just saying. There's no way to say swallow or drink a slurp. Like I was talking about a certain thing, bro. I had to say it like that, bro. Don't do that, folks. Somebody said I gotta swallow more as criminal. Gee, for real, bro. That's diabolical, bro. That's diabolical, folks. Mustafa Huff, shout out to folks for the donation. He say, "What's your fave Von LA song? Why?" LA is probably separate myself just because I feel like he was on his Tupac vibes on there. He was speaking about things that was about to occur or it was going to occur eventually, not just what was going on in our times. It hit a lot harder when we got older. And Vines will probably have to be. I ain't gonna lie, and this gonna tweak a lot of people out, but Wayne's story by Vaughn, I feel like don't get enough credit for. Like my young nigga, 14, he ran around with that pole on him. See, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people gonna be like, what? That's the song? You feel me? Or the other one, police steady watching me every day. They clocking me. Red alert! I'm in danger reach. So I keep that Glock with me. That's my other song, folks. Because when he was talking on there, he was taking me back to them nights. Cause I this, the niggas ain't talking about no rapping beef. Boy, I'm talking casualties, massacres. He say, boy, I'm talking some massacres, casualties. That I can't even remember. Bet they remember me. They have been waiting in December. I bring that winter heat. Niggas dying the whole October, the real Halloween. On my mama, he took me back to them nights, boy. Niggas dying the whole October, the real Halloween. On phone them, y'all don't know, like, whoo. I remember them nights in the trench. Niggas dying the whole October, the real Halloween. It's leather out here. Leather flying on phone them. Real Halloween. Phone them great, long nail them niggas, man. Phone them, boy. We out here landing out leather all Halloween. Niggas down the whole October, the real Halloween. On my soul, that boy V. Roy was different, folks. On my soul, he was different, folks. 64th and Ellis, man. What up, folks? He say, shout out to my homie, man, for the great donation. He say, what up, gang? Got the wood sparked up. Yeah. My boy always, you know, I'm on time. I gotta clap in, man. Gotta tune in, man, on for them. I low-key tweet because I don't got my wood right here on blue. Feel me? I tweet. But yeah, that niggas down the whole October, the real Halloween. It's that one. Y'all don't know about that. Malik Elliott, shout out to bro for the donation. He say, yo, Tay, was Kiddo that bad, and how bad was the history between you, Kiddo, you, and 600 itself? Like, it was real bad, bro. Kiddo was kind of rock-headed type when we was shorties. Like, I ain't gonna say he was rock-headed and full effect, but he was the woofer. He want to woof on the net. He woofing, like, in the streets, folks. I ain't gonna lie, but and he gonna blow his pipe, folks, on BD, and he gonna try to come catch some. Like, I'll give him this props on phone. Somebody was asking me, like, would we ever, like, how they seen, like, how me and, like, Jmoney be talking, or how Jmoney and Savage be talking. They was asking me, like, man, like, would you ever be doing this and that with Kiddo? I'm like, nah, that wouldn't even work. You feel me? Like, me and Kiddo, we go way back. We go way back. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kiddo know what it is. What y'all on, though? What y'all on? What y'all on, man? Tonight is my bingo night, yeah. Whoa. Tonight is my bingo night, yeah. Willie Not Silly say, shout out to them for the donation, by the way. He said, when did you realize LA was a special talent? When he remixed that song, we loving the crew. We loving the crew. And I swear to God, right? Now, at this time, we wasn't remixing slow songs. That was like DJ Nate. That was other people's vibes. So we were street people. So when he went and did that, I'm thinking like he tweaking, he off the wall with that, right? And I remember listening to it and I'm like, whoa, like, folk getting that, going crazy on loving the crew, folk. He getting that. Then I remember the last bar. Remember, he getting that. Shit, I let her hit the loud a few more times. Get the camera out. This shit going online. Some chills down the spine. On phone, when I heard that, I'm like, ooh, my boy like that. Oh my soul, I was happy, folks. I was like, yeah, he taking us out the hood, folks. He taking us out the hood. He was too great, folks. Toxic Weekend, shout out to bro for the donation. He say, Tay, I was just listening to my brother's keeper. I know you'll never say, so I will. He said, I know you'll never say it, so I will. Restore your whole flow, shaking my head. That joint with you and Maddie go crazy. Hey, I appreciate the love, folks. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate that, gang. For real. People who listen to my brother's keeper are real OG supporters, and y'all got my heart forever, folks. No pity, folks. 600 little freak. Bro, stop trolling all the time. He said, got caught by the booty hounds. Am I cook twin? You done. You're through. You done out here in the trench, folks. We ain't rocking. You got the booty loose out here, folks. You bogus. You booty hound, that's the gang, and you knew that. 410 Josh, shout out to bro for the donation, man. He said, my favorite story time is T-Roy because it proves why you never underestimate a person. Vaughn said on the live, T-Roy taught him. He called you his son. Glee said he was his big brother in them streets. Yeah, like, Troy definitely was the one of the ones, one of the people like that taught us everything I know. Remember, I don't, if a lot of y'all was on that live from the other night when I was speaking about like how messed up my head is, because a lot of people who taught me the game is dead. Like, it's like, you know, like people teach you how to survive this and teach you how to live through life and get through everything, and then when they disappear, it's like it throw your head all the way off. You know what I'm saying? Because they teach you how to survive and they don't even survive. So if your teachers can't survive, what that mean for the students? You know what I'm saying? Like it's you just can't never underestimate your opponent. I feel that same way about Aski. Low end 49th. Shout out to my boy. He say, yes, sir, we up, gang. For sure, you know that. My boy 7 Mile Trucker, that's my dog. I always know who that is right there. Shout out to y'all for the donations on phone now. Michael Hardestyle. Shout out to folks for the donations. He said, salute, broski, from Champaign, Illinois. Do a JB story. What JB you talking about, Michael? JB from what, folks? Poppy 302. Shout out to folks. He said, get cooked on Madden, bro. DM me on the gram, man, so we can set that up. I ain't going, folks. Malik Elliott. Shout out to folks. He said, and one more thing, how did Welch World and Young Money get into it? Because Tay Savage and Billionaire Black from there originally and the history. They not from Young Money originally. They knew them. Like I think I spoke on this in the live before. Welch World was the only people that really grew up with Young Money. Like them and THF. Like all of them, they from the low end. For like 51st, really not considered the low end, but it's like on the crevice of the low end. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people that's real low end people don't really consider 51st the low end. I'm just being honest. But like and geographic people, like if you ask people who invented the city map or something, like they'll probably consider 51st borderline. You know what I'm saying? So your Welcher and Young Money and THF, like from when it was Zone 6 to 46, which was THF and Welcher basically, you feel me? Or when it was like Young Money and them and all them before it was that everybody was going to school hanging in the same places, folks. You know what I'm saying? So niggas won from them blocks though. Alan Vick, shout out to folks for the donation, man. Are you talking about Ben Laden? I bet. You want a Beezy story. You want a bezel story? Say less, man. All right, I got y'all. I got you on the Bizzle John. Yeah, I'm making money. Hey, y'all want to know a song that I feel like I should have shot, folk? That I'm mad I didn't shoot because I didn't really know if I liked the song, bro. Like, but I don't know if y'all remember when I came out with a song like, and we gonna celebrate like it's our birthday. And LA game, we winning, we in first place. I got the Eagles shaking like an earthquake. So we gonna celebrate like it's our birthday. And we gonna celebrate like it's our birthday. And every day we winning, we in first place. Our Eagles is shaking like an earthquake. And we gonna celebrate like it's our birthday. Ooh, like. Party. Sorry. Hell ain't been my brother, man, I'm 3 months. Hell ain't game because they need us. For them. I would have played it, but I can't. I don't even know if I could play it on my. I don't know if I could play my own song on here, man. For them. Or another song that man, I'm from the. I say I come from the slums. We had to play with guns. Remember them nights I've been that cell when I can't pay the bond. Steady sliding around the back, we gon' make it fun. I just bought a brand new glizzy and then take a drum. I was in them trenches, I was ready if that day would come. No too many niggas that want savage till I made them one. No bad, folks. Fatty LaBelle, shout out to them. He say, been a fan forever since the Yo BD slide through my hood, better not be throwing up the ooh. Sliding through my hood, better not be throwing up the bricks. He be hitting capes, he always looking for a leg. 4-5 on my hip, I ain't got time to bump lips. 23 up in that Smith, I got a little D off in the dip. Saying LA, you get killed in the same day. Inside, he got ooh. I was in my Birkin. I was a Birkin boy on that. I can't even rap my old songs sometimes. I bet it had the ops on me. They gonna be back this and I can't even recite an old lyric. They gonna, oh yeah. They gonna be back trying to talk about LA and all type. I got some epic diss songs out here. Jamal, shout out to folks. He say in the crib. In the crib, hunging up right now. Head feel like a tight pressure on it for 2 days. Feel like a tumor. Feel crazy dizzy. Bro, go to the hospital, folks. I urge you to do that. My mother was feeling that same way. She wasn't a hospital goer. She had the pain pill taking, thinking everything gonna just fix itself. She ended up starting to throw up and fell out. And when we took her to the hospital, her brain basically exploded. She had a brain aneurysm. And if she'd have took any, if we was a second slower, she wasn't making it. Then when she succumbed to her injuries, she had to go through a surgery. Well, she had a 7% chance of not making it, less than 1/4. Everybody has headaches, but if they get too unbearable, I wouldn't play with them, and I would take serious precaution and go to the hospital ASAP. And that's in order, Jamal. You a mod, so I care about your health, my boy. 14, Josh. A story I did, the top 5 non-drill rappers from both sides that heavily impacted the culture. Bet. I'm going to sit and think on that if that exists. Feel me? Because 5 from both sides sound brazy. For them. Bucket with your girl. Even though she root for the Bucks, what's up? Hey, you know what? I'm cool with the Bucks right now, man. I like y'all. Y'all got that little engine that could story. Y'all just happy to be winning. Baker Mayfield throwing 4 touchdowns. It's cool to be a Bucks fan. You know, like y'all got low expectations, but y'all over exceeding the low expectations y'all have. So it's like it's fun when your expectations low. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that was just a little troll, a little jab at them, man. You know, I'm a Chiefs fan. I just got to troll a Bucks fan just because that Super Bowl loss. Um, but shout out to Bucket with your girl for the donation. She said, "Hope all is well, Tay. We needed that OD story. Oh, for sure. OD story on the way. OD story on the way, man." He said, "No, not Bucks, Buccaneers." I know, boy. I know. Me and her. I know her. I know her. Me and her joke at each other like this. I know she's a Bucks fan. She's not a Milwaukee Bucks fan. I don't even know if Milwaukee Bucks fans exist no more. Giannis done fell off like bad dope, and it ain't even that he weak. It's just like he done went from being the best player in the world. He ain't even top two no more. They got him third, and if Embiid hooping on a good day, he might be fourth. That's crazy. That's why when people be talking about how long LeBron was the best player in the world, nobody was the best player in the world as long as Bron was. For like before that title got took from him, like undisputedly, like, and that was probably all the way into 2021. Because 2020 he won a ring and he was the best player in the world still at 35. When he came back in 2021, he was still considered the best player in the world. So with that being said, you know, it's just, you know, he was basically from 25 to 35, he was the best player in the world, folks. Or the 20, like 12 years, really, folks. Yes, I seen the Tyreek video, Bucket with your girl. I definitely seen it. I'm gonna be honest with you, like that Tyreek footage is you know, like when it first happened, I was very sympathetic for Tyreek. Then when I watched it, like, you know, I'm still looking like the police overdid it. But you know, like one thing I learned as somebody who like be tweaking with the police in my own like when they pull me over, like I had to learn, like sometimes, you know, like you just gotta, if you finna get a ticket, let them do what they do, folks. Don't even antagonize them or nothing. Like he rolling the window down, rolling it back up. He talking crazy a little bit. Like I get it, folks, cause they be annoying, folks. Especially if you on your way to a game, y'all finna do a coin toss in 2 hours and you go over there getting pulled over a block away from the stadium. That'll blow me too. Like then I feel like the police that's over there, bro, they know they see these fast cars coming through every week. Like y'all be knowing who this is for. Like y'all know these people that's somebody's, bro. But y'all just want to try to make y'all bones and try to be super cops. Y'all ready to throw everybody ticket off in America. The police just don't even care. Like, bro, how could you arrest Tyreek Hill? Like, I would, like, do you know how many niggas tickets you was about to blow? That's just egregious. Like, that's what I was mad at. Like, bro, if I would have woke up and they would have said, because when that's what it first said, they said he was arrested. Then the reports came out, oh, he was just detained and he gonna play his game. Because everybody at first told me, oh, he got arrested. Oh, this nigga, everybody ticket in America just got clapped if he if he ain't playing. Cause Miami lose, and that was a guarantee. Bro, I had Tyreek, his under over was 97 yards. I had him at 120. I already knew what it was. Boy, they force feeding him and a touchdown. I knew it. Miami winning, him over 120 and a touchdown. Check, check, check. And y'all was finna break everybody back in America trying to be over aggressive. That's what was blowing me. But Tyree gotta be careful, man. Jason Marie, shout out to them. He say, "Oh yeah, Tay been waiting for this story, gang, for sure." Um, Malik Elliott, shout out to bro. He said, "I feel like the difference between Taysom Hunter and Take Capone in terms of music is that Taysom Hunter had that raw aggression, energy, and Take Capone is more polished and clean and developed, but both is hard." So y'all tell me now, and because I agree, and that is I'm gonna screenshot that because that is a good way explaining it. But which one y'all think is better though? Take a poem or take 600? Who is better? Now y'all gotta keep in mind, take a poem been like take a poem for like the last 5 years, bro. You feel me? So a lot of the hits y'all gonna think about. Make sure y'all remember. Don't be giving take 600 take a poem credit, folks, or vice versa. Damn, G. I don't think nobody said take a poem. Yeah, y'all basically telling me I'm ass. Damn, like I'm ass, bro. Like, how the fuck Tay Diddy come in here before Tay Capone? Now niggas want to get to take a poem. Nah, bro, y'all ain't mean that, folks. Y'all ain't mean that, bro. Y'all ain't mean that, folks. Tay 600, my fan page, he said MBK2 has no skips. MBK2 is Take Capone. So what you saying? MBK2 is Take Capone. So what you saying, bro? Y'all telling me Take Capone ass, bro. That's all I feel right now. Toxic Weekend, shout out to bro. He said, not gonna lie, Take 600, I like the melodies you have. But yeah, the best song ever to me is Pressure, which is Take Capone. Nah, Pressure was Take 600, bro. Pressure was Take 600 for sure. That was Take 600 for sure. They on this bitch about Tay Diddy. Deontay. Shout out to folks. He said your song Playing Fair don't get enough credit. Yeah, Playing Fair was raw. If I was in my bag on that. A lot of them songs on My Brother Keeper 2 was raw as hell. For My Brother Keeper 2 was really that one. And the features that I had on there was them features. Before I had Cap on that, Band Hunter Izzy came and iced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it. That was all I needed, folks. For them, folks. I ain't gonna lie. JJ Fanil or Faniel. Shout out to them for the donation, man. Shout out to them, baby, baby. Tonight is my bingo night. Where do you like it tonight? I'm gonna show you all. I'm gonna show you all. I'm gonna show you. Hey, we're gonna have a ball. And now you're taking them draws. Oh. Be here by 8. Don't be late. Tonight is my bingo night, yeah. Tonight is my bingo night, whoa. That's my little one. Glory Boy, shout out to them. He said, shout out from Cake and Kid again. Wasted and talk to him in the gym rotation every day. Yeah, that's them songs. Talk to him for sure. I still go back and listen to Talk to him for sure, man. And Wasted, I got part 2 to that. That song make me cry. QB, shout out to them. He said, can't lie, we still mad Take a Poem don't drop. See, that's what y'all don't mean. We don't need the them drop as much as they could. Take a Poem just took this break. He wilding. And they say next thing, no. Shout out to Malik Elliott. He say Take 600 versus Take a Poem album. That'll go cool. That'll go cool. Take 600 versus Take a Poem album on the way, folks. Tastes 100 versus Take Capone album on the way. It's crazy you said that though. I ain't gonna lie, Malik, because I was definitely thinking about that already. Like something like that. Uh, Bipolar Shadow said I like Tastes 100 and Take Capone equally. Depends on my moods at the time. See, I like that answer. Cause that's really the answer that I feel like it is. You just gotta be off preference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they said I should be watching the I was actually just watching it. Little do y'all know, like that's what took me so long to come on. I just watched Trump. Just they got on their ass about some boy. Trump is is a motherfucker. G. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like some of the shit he'll say, you be like, damn, he over here cooking motherfucker. G. Like his whole speech is attacking her. Like he not even really focusing on himself. He just like, oh, this bitch is a bitch, and that's basically what he doing up there. He basically, they like, yeah, so tell us about your policies and how you're gonna change as soon as you become president. He's like, yeah, and this bitch don't even know, this bitch ain't even black, this bitch is lying to y'all, this bitch ain't doing nothing, and he just like, look at her face, this bitch ugly. He just, man, this nigga Trump really ain't saying shit. He just roasting Kamala the whole debate. He ain't there. Yeah, so tell us about how you gonna fix the gas and and that bitch ain't never did nothing and he, Trump up there just straight coming on her ass. Well, I'm gonna tell him, damn, what the fuck is he on, bro? Oh, it ain't full. They not even asking him about her no more. He just up there cooking her ass for no reason at all on phone. Trump a motherfucker, G. I was just watching that shit before I came up here, folks. He's just straight up there. Yeah, so tell us about woo up the bam and how you gonna change lives once you're elected. This bitch ain't never gonna be the president. This bitch, her pussy stink. He up there straight. Folks saying shit that don't got nothing to do with the presidential race around this motherfucker. Straight tweaking off Kamala little ass, folks. El Lapo, shout out to them, folks. JJ Fanu, shout out to folks. He said, yo, song Angel Dust in 2020 turned my hood up. Hey, Angel Dust is one of the ones too, folks. Angel Dust one of the ones, folks. They slept on Angel Dust. Only the real ones know about Angel Dust. Glory Boy, shout out to folks. He say, you should do a video on drill faces. You already said this, bro. You already said that, Glory Boy. For I already said that's the one. You did that. You said that the other day. I already screenshotted that. I remember you saying it. No Lemon P Money. He said your verse on 600 Part 2 is top 5 in drill history. Not gonna lie, you was rapping like the rent was due with the eviction notice on the door. Ain't gonna lie, you right about that, folks. And I swear to God, I always tell people this quick story, then we gonna get into Edog. I wrote that verse twice. I wrote the whole verse, literally, I swear to God. Once I knew I was getting on the song, bro, I was so ecstatic. I wrote the verse, and then like Edog was like, all right, I'm coming to pick you up, take you to the studio mile to do your verse. So I'm like, all right, cool. My verse done. So some just told me, G, like, bro, just try another, just see if you can come another way. You know what I'm saying? Like, see if you can come another way on that. You know what I'm saying? To see, cause I swear I didn't even, it wasn't even that I didn't like my verse, but I felt 600 Part 2 was such a big stage for me, and it was a big song to the point where I didn't even want to come if I didn't want to do the verse if I wasn't 100% satisfied. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, some was telling me, and it don't matter if I'm 90% satisfied. Like I wasn't 100% satisfied, so some just told me to do it another one. I ain't do it over. I just made a second one. Like, you know, like just seeing if I could just do something better than this one, or just do something that I'm a like. You know what I'm saying? Give myself different options or something. You know what I'm saying? And I end up going with that second verse, and that second verse that I wrote, it's the one that y'all hear today. And That's that. Shout out to 64th and Ellis, my boy again. He say, when I used to be young, jumping in and out of them cars, takes 600 for sure. But I'm older now. I like take Capone better, get more of a I'm a hitter, but I'm a boss now. Feel to it. For sure. That's why I'm glad I'm giving that too, because that's what I'm trying to give, bro. No bap. I'm trying to come with that type of message and that type of, on phone them. Like, they say that Take 600 with that start of the era. Yeah, man, for sure. Y'all want to know what's so crazy, man? I feel like in 40 years, or like, I ain't gonna even say 40, in 20 years from now, for like, when people actually look back, the further we get away from maybe y'all children that's on here, maybe y'all children, when they get older, they gonna look back and they gonna be like, folk. Or maybe y'all, when we old and we able to reflect on everything, a lot of people gonna give me my flowers and be like, man, Tay was one of the ones, he started that. Or Tay was one of the first ones to be doing that. Like, people don't even remember like a lot of stuff, a lot of trends right now. Like, I remember when I used to name my blunts, I had heard folk. Swerve was folk tagging me on the Instagram like folk, like when he was laying, he on that yeah, this athlete, like I'm people on that early calling they blunts Anthony Cleo Anthony Theodis Bartholomew the third on front of they naming they blunts on the gram trolling. Cause I just used to wake up, tweak it. Like if you watch me on Instagram, folk, I'm always posting a picture. I post either in CCK We Trust or a free CCK on the picture, or like Skrilla Vampire. I post the first 11 seconds of that. Like, and a lot of people be like, "You just like posting this song? Why do you do it? Why do you do that?" And then people be doing it now and be tagging me like, "Bro, I ain't gonna lie." I tell people, I'm like, "Bro, that song, them songs, is good background music. Post anything you want that you think is nice or like that look like a good vibe." And put that music behind it and see how much it make the story. They doing it and then they try to post it without the songs and they like the vibe is different. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, I get why you doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like that VDs thing, y'all know, folks. People gonna get so far, we gonna be calling the Venezuelans VDs. People gonna be like, dang, I wonder where that came from, where that started at, right here. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people that y'all know cool with each other or LinkedIn folk because of Tay. Certain things that have happened out here, folk, was I had my hands, I played a direct role into it, folks. But it's probably right now I ain't gonna get my flowers. Probably someday when I'm gone or just later on down the line. I'm a trendsetter, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I'm a trendsetter, folks. But it's gonna take a time for y'all to realize. Mill Robinson, father to father. Shout out to Mill Robinson, by the way, man, for the donation. He said, "Father to father, I salute you. You fully give your son the life he deserves with you having to always look over your shoulder by staying so close to the shot." Bro, I just be like that's why I'm doing my birthday in Chicago, bro. Cause like I just feel like it's so much happening in my city, bro. But I just feel like it's dangerous here, bro. But everything that I feel like I that'll happen to me, I feel like it'll happen to me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I done been shot in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Where people like to go and celebrate their birthdays at and get them their money. You know what I'm saying? Like I done had things happen in other states, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know things going on in my city, and I know like my son will probably be safer somewhere else, but he might not be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I might not be happy being away from my people. You know what I'm saying? Just moving on when I feel like I could provide a safe life for my son and still be close-ish or in the area. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about taking the necessary steps to just survive, bro. But let's get into the Edog story, man, because now it's 40 minutes in, and now they gonna really be on my bumper, and they might have a gripe, and they might be right, because 40 minutes is this the longest I ever took to start it. So I apologize to y'all this today. I ain't gonna lie, 40 minutes is crazy, but I digress. Um, Chris Hansen, shout out to bro. He said, I really pray over you, cuz you mean something, bro. I appreciate you, bro. That's love, folks. I ain't gonna lie. That's love, folks. I appreciate you, folks. Bang. So now 40 minutes the story starts, y'all. So now bang. Before I get into the Edog story, one of the reasons why I really for a while stayed away from the Edog story, G, is because when I think about me and Edog history, G, we spent so much time with each other, around each other. He done taught me so much, but I just feel like, G, when I think about me and E and just the times we shared, bro, it just so much like misery in our history, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know how I got a lot of funny moments that I can, like, when I'm usually able to lighten the moment up with, like, some type of humor or some type of, like, way to make the sadness or the way we live or, like, the things we went through to bring some humor to it. Like, it's not really, like, a way to do that with E. And people, I see somebody saying, isn't E-Dog funny too? No. E-Dog is a person who will laugh, but he's not funny. He will laugh a lot. Like you will laugh at like if you was a funny person, E-Dog would laugh and tweak off you. But E-Dog ain't no joke cracking and it ain't because he tough or nothing like that. Folks just a different type of nigga. He more quiet. He don't really do a lot of that, folks. Like y'all, I know a lot of y'all have seen E-Dog interviews, folks. He very like, like he ain't joke cracking and all that, folks. He very, I don't even want to say quiet, folks, cause quiet sound, but he wasn't funny, folks. But we went through a lot of misery, folks. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, folks, somebody talking about he's not overly rambunctious. Yeah, like he different, folks. You know what I'm saying? And he'll tweak off you. He'll be high laughing off you or something. If he with his niggas, folk, he tweak off us or he laugh with the guys or But for the most part, he a different type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember, G, my first time meeting E. Right, we was in the back of Dulles, folk, and like. I really didn't even meet him this day. This just when I was introduced to like who he was. I had never seen folks who were like been outside with him at this point for on BD. Like we really outside together. I didn't seen him like when I was in the when my big cousin homie put a hole in the wall. He was in there too. You feel me? But other than that, like I have not been on the block with E. So when I seen E, now Malik Elliott said Edog more reserved and keeps to himself. Yeah, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even keep to himself because he very accessible if you one of his homies, but he just not, you know. But, nah, I remember when I first seen him and shit on the block, Edog don't have that street nigga look, G. Like, how Edog, even y'all see, G, y'all gotta remember this, like, this E-Dog 15 years ago. Like, this ain't even E that y'all see. And the E that y'all see little as hell and light bright, look like a little ass baby on Folding. And y'all, this the E y'all see, folks. So imagine the E that I met on Folding. This little light skin, little light bright, little freak looking motherfucker. Big forehead on Biddy. Ooh. I'm looking at shit. I'm just like, this is my first time seeing him. I'm ready to tweak off him a little bit for not even on no bad shit because he just looked funny as hell for he's standing out there looking like a damn fucking translucent noodle on phone them. Like, you know how the noodles get when you cook them after 4-5 minutes, they get translucent, folk, where you can like see through the noodle, folk. On BD, they turn from white noodles to like translucent on BD. Folks ass getting that translucent on BD. Who the fuck is this translucent ass nigga out here, folks? Folks, a whole albino out translucent Perry on BD. The translucent Perry on phone them. On On BD, folk, the Albino Perry, folk. On BD, folk, I ain't gonna lie, folk. Folks as translucent as hell. I'm looking at folks, I could definitely see glance straight through folks. On BD, he getting that light as hell. Who is this fucking folks ass look like the police? Who the fuck is this white person standing out here with us? Who the fuck is got they fucking J out here standing with us, folks? On BD. Fuck, is he buying cocaine? Whole time, folks, a real live, outstanding member on BD, folks. I'm thinking folks look like some translucent goofy, folks. This man a real live member on Phone Gray. His little ass real deal on BD for everybody out there. Edog, 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 Edog. Damn, I'm weeping to see like, oh damn, this motherfucking Albino nigga, one of them niggas on BD for everybody calling Evo, E on BD, folks. I'm looking at folks like, what the fuck, folk on BD? Who the fuck is E? Everybody hitting E. Everybody saying E. Everybody folk E. King David, folk. BD, folk. Like, so now I'm looking at shit like, oh, on BD, folk. Folks as white as hell. He look like Donald Trump nephew or something. Hey, don't folks look like he related to like Keanu Reeves or something, folk on BD? Folks look like John Wick, look fake John Wick if he had a cousin that was like 2% black with dreads on phone like phone as hell. BD, folks look like white with like one little piece of black, the littlest piece of black that you could have on phone like however much black you need to just be considered black, folk. That's how much black folks got. Like, I think folks, I don't know who the fuck black in his that's Edog parent. I don't know if it's mama or daddy. It might be a straight motherfucker. Edog cat Mike was black when his mama was born with folks. And that's how folks black. He black from the cat, folk, that they was having at the crib. There's no way his parents black. He don't got no black. You don't know if folks black for real on BD. He had a black animal in the house, folk. Folk. Glory Boy say Michael Jackson twin on phone, folk. Them things say why I was respect him so much he never got this, folk. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna come to that, folk. So that look, bang. When I first met folks on BD, I'm thinking he's somebody that whole time he a real member, folk. On BD, he's a real deal member, folk. So now I'm like, all right, cool, folk. Then I'm seeing like everybody, folk, like he ain't just outstanding. Everybody wanna call him. Everybody look up to him, folk. Like I'm seeing how people treat E. That's like got them names, folks on BD. Like, I'm seeing how Troy, Aski, Top, 5, like, Vaughn, like, Mana, all four of them, how they treat E, folks. Niggas from other blocks, folks, on Steve Reese, them coming over there. Everybody love E. Everybody love E, folks. On BD, everybody love E. For them coming from every fucking hood, everybody love E, folks. I ain't gonna lie. That's how it was when we started, like, bro. When we first started hanging, folk, I swear to God, once I started being with E4, I never ever was like, folk, this is a real nigga, folk. Like, I'm like, folk, this is a real nigga, folk. I ain't gonna lie, folk. I'm in the back of Dulles, folk. I'm thinking folks ain't even the fucking, I'm like, who the fuck is folk? On BD, everybody love folk. Everybody from every block that's pulling up got real love for E, folk. On BD. Real love for E, folk. Like, on King David, folk. Real love for E. I ain't gonna lie, folk. Real love for E, folk. I ain't gonna lie. Real love for E, folk. But yeah, on King David, folk. So now, bang. So now, when me and folks meet, Once I got around him on Steve, I never got away from folks. On BD, me and folks them, like he just got that genuine energy, folks. Like Edog was one of them niggas too, like in the era, folk, when your big homies was sending you off, Edog one the big homie that'll send you off. And I felt like that was one of the things that I first recognized about E. Like, I come from the era, folk, where your big dog just put a pipe in your hand and turn you loose, folk. Don't put you on no money. Don't show you how to get nothing. Don't even show you how to set yourself up to win in life, folk. The niggas we looked up to, folk, ain't teach us how to do shit, but tote a gun, folk. They ain't even teach us how to shoot them. They just gave them to us, folk, and let us run wild. But E was doing shit different in the wick, folks. On BD, the niggas that looked up to Shorty, he wasn't sending you off. You ain't have to worry about E. E didn't even try to put a pipe in your hand. He didn't give a fuck what you do, folks. E go off vibes, folks. He'll love you to death. You never shot a gun, never even fought one of the ops, folks. But Shorty will love you to death, folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he one of them people where it's like, he love you for you, folks. And he thugging with his people. He another one like Vaughn, folks. Like, he a general that's gonna get his feet dirty. He'll get his boots dirty, folks, quick. You know what I'm saying? He'll post up with his little niggas, folks. The little Perry's, folks, he the bridge between them and Big Folk them. This niggas like E, folks. That's the bridge between the little Perry's, folks, and the big Perry's, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's niggas like E, folks. I ain't gonna lie, it's niggas like E, folks. He the bridge on phone them. Like, he super thorough, folks. On Steve, like, he the bridge, folks. A nigga gonna see E one of them niggas, folks, that can stop a lot of shit. It'll be a situation finna occur, folks. E get in the middle of that shit, folks. Shit simmer down. Don't nobody wanna once E say a motherfucker calm down. Come on, man. Woo, this E getting in the middle of this shit. Niggas gonna chill, folks. Don't nobody wanna go against E, folks. Too loved out here. Too thorough on BD. Got too much love in this shit, folks. I ain't gonna lie, too much love in this shit, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, folks, me and folks, we done posted up. Like, folks, my first 24s pulling up in the wick, folks. I'm pulling them bitches with me. Like, I'll be pulling a 2-4 in my hood, folks, and I'll walk to the wick at 5 in the morning. Like, I'm already in my hood, folks. I'll walk to the wick 4 in the morning. Now I'm outside at 4, 5 in the morning with folks them. Eating them out there. Whiting them out there on phone them. We outside on phone them, posted up on 64th and 65th, man, going to switch the suites back and forth on phone them. Like, this is what we on. We in Ray Nisha Mama crib, folk. In the piped up, playing whatever we want to play. Big card games, big dice games, or we just in there relaxing on phone them, getting fried off blunts, folk. All the guys, old block 600, 300. All the guys, we in there on phone them. We throwing parties together, folk. I'm posted up with Edog, folk. In the party, me, folk, Jmoney, Troy, we all in the back in the kitchen. One of the females from the from the O, folk, used to throw parties. Her name EB. You know what I'm saying? She from the wick. Sus. Like, she used to throw parties back in the day at her crib, folk. Them the parties that used to go up, folk. Like, we'll be all the guys in there, fried off pills, Molly, or just weed, folk. And we just told everybody got pipes for it, and everybody making it home safe. Like, we had the streets in the chokehold. Ain't none of our parties get shot up. On phone them, not one. Everybody got fried and got to the crib. On phone them, niggas knew not to play. That leather was outside. On phone them, niggas play with old block 60. On phone them. Niggas like E, the reason O Block and 600 started to mesh for real, folks. Like, because he got shorties from my block, like me, Rose, folk, LA. Like, we love the fuck out of E, folks. On BD, we pulling up, folks. Like, this the type of shit, for when I say, like, folks, I was really Wick City, folks. Like, the niggas who I hung with from the Wick, folk, these is the niggas everybody respect and love, folks, on Steve. But they in my everyday crew. Everyday crew, folks, on Steve. And I'm a shorty. You gotta remember, folks, I'm not a shorty in street credibility, but I'm a shorty in age. I'm 15 years old, 16. Shit like that. Like I'm a shorty, folk. And for them older than me, for I'm thugging. Everything I'm learning at this point is I'm winging this shit. But I'm in my glory though. But I'm with folks and them on BD and they showing me the ropes on BD, folk, on BD me. Niggas like him, A-Ski, white folk like T-Roy, V-Roy, folk, like them niggas, folk, like I can't never say nothing wrong about them folks on BD, folk. Like he was always frontline folk, very well respected folk. Always been one of them niggas everybody loves, folks. On BD, I ain't gonna lie. Like, them nights, folk. Like, them the nights that I never forget, folk. Bro, a lot of the nights I never forget, or the parties, or us being in the hood, or like things going down, folk. I was with E, or around E. You know what I'm saying? And it just used to be, I wouldn't take that back, folks, on gas. I wouldn't. Like, but like I told y'all, each story kind of a little different because usually I'm able to bring like a lot of humor to the situation. But when I think about a lot of times, me and E Thug, folks, that's what we was doing, thugging. We had good moments and we was always happy to be around each other, folks. But bro, I just was thugging with folks and them so hard. I was in the WIC every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in the trenches, folks. Cause E one of the niggas who been out here. Like he been out here because like E wasn't catching cases and bids. Like he was catching cases, but he always like, you know, something he ain't gotta sit for. While a lot of the guys was doing months and years, E was out here, folks. You know what I'm saying? So you can be out here with E. You could be out here with E, folks. On BD, like you could be out here with E, folks. On the gas, folks. Like you could be out here with E, folks. Like I remember the shoots for like I remember just like being happy for E for when he started like even like getting the credibility he was getting for like cause niggas like E for deserve to get the credibility that they get for like when folk that was mentioning his names and songs and all of that for like I'm loving that for E, folks, because I'm looking at E like, folk, before he started rapping a couple years ago, I always knew, like, he just street, folk. Like, he don't want to do a lot of stuff. He just going to be the street dude. He just going to be a guy who everybody love, folk. He going to be loved and appreciated for being him, folk. He ain't got to rap, because not for them piping him up so hard. Motherfucker love E straight off the, like, E name, like, D-Rose name, folk. Like, yeah, a lot of y'all probably don't even know that, folks, because y'all spend so much time yelling free D Rose, and it's a lot of mystery to his history because he been booked, but it's a lot of mystery to E history too, and he been out. But his name like Rose name, folks. I ain't gonna lie, folks. A lot of y'all probably won't admit that, folks, but his name, Edog, folks, was the first name Sosa was yelling too. When a lot of people remember back in the day when they think about Edog, he got the Glock Edog, or like all them slogans and lines Foden was giving them back in the day, folks. I ain't gonna lie, folks. E-Dog name overly out there, folks. E-Dog gonna let it blow. Let you know on Foden, folks. Like, a lot of people don't know, folks. Like, you gotta be a real drill historian, folks, to know. Like, E-Dog been getting that credit, folks. Niggas been naming E-Dog, folks, for a long time, folks. And E-Dog moves smart. I be thinking E-Dog, folk, don't even have his Instagram password, folk, because he never really posted. He never really showing too much, doing too much, folk, saying too much or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really can't get a glimpse of what E-Dog on at all from the internet, folk, but he got it. On Foden, folk, like, E-Dog move different, folk. You feel me? E-Dog move different, folk. I ain't gonna lie, folk. You won't find nobody out here in this world, folk, in the streets, folk, with nothing bad to say about E-Dog, folk. You won't, folk. Like, you ain't gonna hear nobody say nothing bad about E, folk. If they say something bad about E, folk, they bogus. They hating. I ain't gonna lie, folk, because E one of them people, folk, he with you. I remember watching, I was finna say I remember watching a live, man, and I mean, I was watching like him doing a DJU, like DJU, and they asked him something about Sosa. And he basically said like what you say when it's real, for like a nigga asked him about Sosa. He kept it 100. He like, boy, look, Sosa, no, he could call my phone. That's still, bro. He like, man, he could come to the wig right now. But like this when the police was still on his bumper. He like, the police be hating on him, for you know, he like, so is it still love for Sosa? He like, yeah, it's love for Sosa. I got all love for Sosa. He gave him a birthday shout out and everything right then and there on the camera, because he like, his birthday just passed. He like, I talked to bro every couple weeks, woo wop the bam. He like, folks know what it is. He like, boy, it's love from me, so it's love from us. I'm for them. Like, he let it be known, like, yeah, that's my shorty. Like, no matter what, because a lot of shorties, or I see people, like, I always tell people from the Wake folk, because when they bring up, oh, who is the biggest to do this, they always put Roy and keep against each other. And a lot of people that's new to the Wake, or not even new, but the younger people from the old, they always be quick to shade Sosa for, like, and pipe up Von, which is cool, bro. Von did everything he did, folks, but without Sosa, none of this shit is possible, folks. Nothing. Don't be quick to shade him, because without Sosa, there's no Von. I don't care what y'all look at Von as. If Sosa don't do what he do, Von can't do what he did. You know what I'm saying? So it was refreshing to see that from E, folks, because real members need to speak up for real members, folks. And a lot of time, real members get caught saying goofy shit about niggas that they love when they really trying to please other niggas, when really they should have just said what they really felt on for them. But they'll rather lie to the camera. You know what I'm saying? Ricky B, too fast. Shout out to them. He said Edog was a part of all outstanding crowds. OD Trey 5, BJ Top, Big A, then V Roy, T Roy, D Rose, and Reese them, then Duke and Moowop crowd, and I knew O Block Shorty. That says it all. That's what I'm telling y'all. He the bridge out here, folks. He the bridge out here, folks. He the bridge to a lot of things y'all don't even know, folks. A lot of people ain't get fucked up because of E, folks. Or a lot of people ain't a lot of niggas ain't got into it with the Wick sooner because of E, folks. Like, you like that type of shit, folk. Like, a lot of shit that could have happened in this shit, folk, didn't happen, folk, because it's E. Or the other way, you could have got some shit wasn't finna happen, and then E pressed a button on phone now. But E ain't even that type. He don't get no fuck. But E get wow. Don't never underestimate that, folk. On BD, like, but I remember shooting 30 choppers, folk, just being out there, folk, seeing everything how it was going, folk. We out there, all the guys outside. LA and them alive, folks, Sosa and them out there. For I remember just a big ass game party, folks. Like, we was marching all through the week, folks. We was on every little staircase, all in the first and second park, folks. Me and E them just marching, for all the guys just marching, folks. Everybody on BD, folks. Sosa them out there, folks, them can go anywhere he want. Dirk them love him, Reese them love him, folks are belling anybody car and go anywhere in the rack, because everybody love Edog, folks. Everybody love E, folks. Everybody love E, folks. Everybody, literally. For them, folks. Like, E was different, folks. But that was one of them nights where it was like, man, like, I remember just like, damn, for I love this shit, folks. Like, thugging with folks and them, being with my niggas, folks. Like, I'm like loving this shit, folks. LA them outside, A-ski them there, folks. Like, all the guys alive. I remember tweaking all ball out and capping them. We standing right in front of Dulles. I'm talking to the guys this week in that bitch getting it on. We high as hell. SD them out there, cap. All the guys, folks. Gino them, everybody, folks. We was all outside getting it going, folks. We was all outside getting it going, folks. Like, having so much fun for him. Biddy, we talking to Sosa. Sosa get to passing out money. Motherfucker walk up on him, man. We got some bread for he peel off 200s. For them, for like, that was one of the best days of my life, folks. And that was with E. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember that, folks. Like, I remember all of that, folks, vividly. Like, damn, I love this shit. Shaking up with eating them, like, we having a blast, for like, you know what I'm saying? On Steve, this shit, like, I wouldn't take this shit back for none in this world, for on BD. Like, it was so lit, for it was so live, for like, one of the best days of my life on for them still to this day, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, let's go into the reason why I told y'all like a lot of our memories that I could speak on is so sad and it's hard to turn them and put a little, turn them into a little lighten the load a little bit with making a little humor out of the situation. It's hard to do that because a lot of the times we was thugging folk, it was trials and tribulations, and it was only certain moments that we could be happy or laughing about, but we was thugging hard, and we was going through a lot at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And um, that was what was going on. Katie, I just got that. Wow, thank you. Shout out to Katie for the donation, man. She just sent me 50, man. Shout out to Katie for the donation. She said, for supporting from ATL, you're smart and talented. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Wow. She just made me lose a little track of what I was talking about the story. I appreciate that so much, Katie. More to come. It's more to come. Shout out to Katie. Shout out to Katie. But yeah, the night Jmoney died, the day Jmoney died, for was one of the saddest days of my life. And Edog was involved with that. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the saddest days of my life. And I remember that day vividly. You know what I'm saying? And like, before I even speak about that day, let's just speak about before that. Like, Edog, Prince Dre, the and before them all had like a little whack female. They was doing a lot of riding around at that time. Like, they was all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was all together around this time for like a lot. And like, I remember the night before he got killed, he called me the phone, and we was all talking to Jmoney, and he was calling because Jmoney used to be getting so high, like to the point where a lot of us used to question like what he was really doing, like because nobody could really say they seen him take no extraterrestrial drugs or like snorting their nose or nothing, but Jmoney used to be so high, people used to think like, what do he do, bro? Like, what else is it? This can't be weed and a X pill. This is something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like the night before he died, he got killed. He called us, and we was talking to him. He, just probably had talking to his cousins. Like, bro, I love y'all. Like, y'all know I love y'all. Like he just talking to us, bro. Like randomly the night before he got killed, he just called me on the phone and was just talking to us like, high as hell, fo, and just was like, you know, kicking it with us, for we talking to him. I love you too, blood. That. We keeping this shit, talking to him. So the next day, I'm sitting there, for my mama is doing my hair, bro. My mama doing my hair, and my mama was doing my hair, and she was like at the last. She was like right here, folks. She was like right here. And she had probably like 8 to 10 dreads left, folks. And I was sitting right there getting my hair did, and I get a phone call. And I answer the phone, and I'm on the phone. They like, man, they just killed Jmoney. They just killed Jmoney. They are very ecstatic on the phone. What? Yeah, like, mind you, folks, Jmoney is my cousin, folks. Jmoney is my blood cousin. So they on the phone to me. They just killed Jmoney. They just killed Jmoney. I'm what? So I'm on the phone tweaking. So I'm like, all right, because there's somebody from the O. I'm like, all right, here I come. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the crib, and I'm on 61st in Indiana. I'm in the crib. So my mama heard that. My mama was sitting right there when I answered the phone. So my mama heard me say, she heard them telling me they just killed Jmoney. So my mama Got to overdoing my dreads quick as hell. She got to doing the top because she already knew. Like, she could see how I was acting and all of that. She get to over twisting my shit. She get me up out of the. I hurry up, put my jacket on, folks. Rush to the wig, for I still have my clips in my head, for like the clips from your dread. When they twist it up, they put a clip on your dread. I still have my clips on, for my hair was still wet. You know what I'm saying? Or damp or whatever. You know what I'm saying? My hair was not dry on folding them. So I'm like, all right, I rush straight to the wig, folks. When I say I got to the O, y'all. I got to the O, folks. And when I got to the O, it was a great cloud over the wick, folks. I swear to God on my son, it was a great cloud, folks. Over the wick, folks. It was a great cloud, folks. Like gray sky, folks. Over the O. Like it didn't even look like the gray sky was nowhere else. It looked like it was all over the O, folks. And I'm coming from the back way. I'm coming from the back way, y'all. So I'm coming up. I'm coming from 61st. I'm coming up the tray, folks. I go through the back of Dulles, folks. Come out the front, folks. I mean, I'm coming through the back of Dulles, folks. When I got to the front of King Drive, all of the guys was outside the gate. We all standing outside. It's crews and crowds of people standing all over King Drive from 64th to 65th, folks. And everybody doing the same thing and looking in the same direction. Everybody looking over to the ops, folks. Everybody just standing there, folks, just looking, folks. Including folding like folding when that fold. Them just standing there looking to the ops direction. Just everybody standing on 64. Imagine being all of us standing in front of O Block, outside the gates. And everybody just got the saddest, sickest looks on their face, and we all just looking towards St. Lawrence and Vernon and Rhodes. And we just hurt and shocked, G. Like everybody just hurt. For them standing out there, Prince Dre, Edog, for them witnessed that happen to Jmoney, folks. They witnessed that shit happen to folks on BD, folks. The whole thing, they was there, folks. So I'm just looking at folks, like he out, like folks, disbelief. Everything on his face, folks, on BD, like everything, shock, hurt, disbelief, sadness. Like he had the look for on his face, like folk, like on folding them like that. Like I don't even know how to put it into words, folks. On Steve, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know how to put it into words, folks. Like that shit hurt me, folks. It's my cousin, folks. Like I'm already hurt. I'm over 6. So what? I was so hurt. I was so hurt, G. I ain't gonna even lie. Like I was, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm stuttering thinking about that shit, boy. I was so hurt, folks. I was so hurt. And I was so hurt to talk to him the night before and not get a chance to see him or gangbang with him at all. And then that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? I was mad. I never got a chance to gangbang with my cousin. I ain't see him earlier that day or nothing. But E and Prince Dre witnessed that shit, bro. And to see how folks was looking and to see how we had to come back and build ourselves back up from that situation, bro. That shit was tough on me, E, Prince Dre, like all of us, folks, like. Because this my blood cousin. This folks, them homie, they all from the same hood. They just watched folks, seen them get killed, folks. Right in front of them on BD, and there was nobody could do about it. Everybody felt helpless, folks. Y'all don't know how niggas feel, folks. Gangsters in the street that come up like me and Edog and them grew up and Dre and them grew up, folks. And to be in a position like that when you feel like you can't help your homie who getting killed, folks. Y'all gotta understand, bro. Like a lot of people, folk, like that's like me seeing somebody I love and idolize or respect get killed. Like this a giant, bro. He one of the reasons our hood respected how it is, cause niggas like folks. You know what I'm saying? Because of how much he done for this block, folk. One of our giants, folks. One of our big dogs, folks. So imagine that shit happening for you there, and your homie, a nigga that's considered a big dog, folks. You gotta watch that happen. There's nothing you could do about it, folks. That shit is fuck your whole life up, folks. And it fucked my whole life up, and it fucked folks them whole understanding up. I'm for them like somebody say Jmoney was down at 602 and Von. I swear to God, boy. Von T. Roy and Jmoney, folks. Oh, I got four of them on my block, folk, with me every day on D-Thing, folk. I'm on they block and they with me. On Steve, like, these my real brothers, for them was 600. I'm telling you, man, like, I'm telling you, man, like, for them was 600, folk. Like, we was locking in. There wasn't no keys to these locks. We doing everything together, man. Everything, folk. On the guys, folks, like that shit hurt me, folks. I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt E, and I had to look at E and look at how folks was feeling and see how that shit fucked folks up and see how that shit fucked me up, and it just was bad, folks. Like, it was bad, folks. On BDD's my big brothers, folks. I'm used to being there, like they be there for me, folks. You know what I'm saying? So to see and have to be there for them in my moment too, when I'm grieving my cuz, I gotta be there for folks and them too. You know what I'm saying? Like it was different, folks. Like it was a situation where I'm like, man, folks, like that shit brought niggas down to size, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, shout out to Dwayne Mason, folks. He cashed at me too. He say, what up, Tay Cali? Got love for you, man. What up, man? What you on? Dwayne Mason, DUAN Mason. Shout out to folks for the donation, man. But yeah, that shit hurt, folks. And that shit made me, like gain perspective in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Keith Ross said, what op hood you think hates you the most? I don't know, man. Some of the ops, bro. The longer I live, the further and further we get away from my era, folks. Like, and I don't want to speak nothing bad into existence, but like I done outlived so many of the people that I was actually in tour with, or out survived them. You know what I'm saying? They either in jail with a life or did something, you know what I'm saying, or they just ain't here. So, like, the ops all probably should hate me, but like a lot of the people who I was in tour with that hate me is dead. Or they just booked. So they shorties probably hate me because of where I'm from, but they don't have no real hate for me. I don't diss they dead homies. I don't talk about them, you know what I'm saying, too terribly, at least, like the rest of my homies. But I don't know if any op hood hate me now, you know what I'm saying? Because they probably just don't like me because of where I'm from, but like hate me like they out here searching or trying to you know what I'm saying? There's none of that, folks. Unless I run into niggas who like from the ops, but they from my era. You know what I'm saying? Like if I run into certain niggas, yeah, it's still that. Like if I run into Lil Mikey from Gyro City, yeah, it's gonna be that. Now, because he still like that, you know what I'm saying? And he still got his shorties that still like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's gotta be that. Shout out to Mo Problems for the donation, but yeah, you know. They say the Met boys hate you, Tay. That boy Snow funny. Uh, but yeah, man, like that shit hurt me. For I ain't gonna lie, for like, but like Edog a gangster, for like Edog one of them people like. That situation ain't break him. It was just something that was tough to see, folks. It was tough to see. Shout out to One Way Camp 954. He say, hey, see me in 2K giving belts, and I seen when you said D-Wade was better than D-Rose, you bogus. I got spicy noodle packet for you when I see you. You know we ain't on that, folks. Get off that game. Get off that, folks. We ain't on that, folks. We ain't on that, bro. I got you, folks. Hey, hit the DM for him and send my tag, bro. But yeah, like when Edog is respected, bro. One of the reasons Edog respected, folks, Edog had a situation like me. Somebody called themselves trying to take something from E, and that shit ain't go right, man. Now motherfucker out here with a motherfucking. Now everybody fucking understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck with folks. He don't play. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the motherfucker gotta know, folks. On BD, I ain't gonna go too far, nothing on BD, but motherfucker know, folks. If you know, you know. You feel me? Everybody know, folks. E, one of them, he cool, he love you, folks. But he'll clap you like cheeks, folks. You feel me? And that's why he able to do what he do and move how he move, folks. Because if you go against E, folks, you ain't gonna win, folks. On BD. And if you try E, he's not gonna lose, folks. And a nigga tried E, and a nigga had to pay for that shit, folks. On BD. For them. He don't play, folks. On BD. It's so crazy, folks, cause it's so fuck like, and I never asked E this shit or asked none of the guys this shit because I was low key just sure, folks, like that this was the situation, folks. That shit that happened to Troy, folks, I think he was coming from E crib, folks. I think Troy was coming from E crib, folks. I ain't gonna lie, folks. Because for I remember for when E had got shot, for it was I knew where E was at, for E had a crib over there, for on BD. You feel me? He had a crib that way. Felt like shout out to folks. He say Lil J really was Diddy bopping then Diddy shit crazy foreshadowing on phone now. Yeah, folks. That's why you gotta stay away from Diddy doing anything. Stay away from the Diddy any. Diddy. Oh, folks, you gotta stay away from the Diddy boppers, folks. Ty Boogie TV say, damn, bro, just got out the gym. I'ma have to spin his back tonight. It's my bingo night. Whoa. Yeah. Shout out to Fortnite, man. Fight like Shadow. He say Lil J was really Diddy bopping. Yeah, folks was really Diddy. Freak, man. Anything Diddy related, we just gonna chill, folks. On BD, folks. Folding them grave, folks. But yeah, folks, like E niggas ain't play with E, folks. You try E, folks, E gonna fuck you over, folks. On BD. Nigga play with E, folks, it was gonna end bad. But I definitely think that Troy was coming from E Cree, folks. And that shit happened, folks. I ain't gonna lie. Because when folks got shot, a lot of the guys from the WIC started going over east to go like check on them and shit like that. On Steve to go like over check on them, folk, or like over like, make sure he was good and shit like that, folk. They was making sure he was straight and shit like that, folk, on Steve. So when folks first got shot, folk, on Steve, it was like, all right, cool, folk. He got shot, folk. On BD, he got shot, folk. Then I'm like, oh, what the fuck, folk? On Steve, folk. He say niggas talk about anything on the net. You was a bitch. Fuck you, L the GOAT. Fuck you. L, like what? On phone them. You know that. You know, come on, folks. Why is you asking that, folks? So look, let me tell y'all right now about this part. This is one of my favorite parts, folks. Like when I came home, folks, from the joint in 2016 December, right? I was like, like I don't want to say like I was in a bad space mentally, but I just was like exhausted by a lot of shit. I was still making it look good, but mentally I was just drained, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then when I came home Aski got killed right before I got out. I was just mentally, physically, and emotionally drained, bro. Like my social battery was drained. Like I was already like a week out of jail, bro. I was already hating being free. Like I hated being free, bro. And now I don't wanna, I don't like, like I don't wanna say the wrong thing because I know the tongue powerful. I don't wanna say I hated being free because I love my freedom. But when I came home, the world was just so wacky, folks. Like it was almost like the world was so crazy. G, I kind of missed the structure I had being booked. You know what I'm saying? I love my freedom though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was just weird as hell when I got to the world, folks. Then like bunch of fake ass niggas, folk, niggas watching me and sending it was little shade here and there, folk. I wasn't fucking with my own block. Them niggas was like my top. I don't want to say top op, but them niggas was like haters on BD, folk. Not all my niggas, folk, but it was a couple hating ass niggas from my hood, folk. So, like I was mentally like, folk, I was battling a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I was battling a lot, man. Shout out them things say Diddy City on my bumper. Any advice? Hell no. What you do to make Diddy City so mad? You must pick one of them niggas up and bought some bussy and then didn't pay after you cracked them on for them. Now your little ass, now your ass on phone them. Now you just, now you stuck getting chased by Diddy City on phone them. You what the fuck you done did to get on Diddy City on your ass, folks? On BD, you done bought some bussy and now they on your bumper on phone them. Pay that boy for that bussy you bought, boy. You trying to sneak some bussy and run on phone them now, they on your bumper. Pay that boy his 40. On phone, you can't steal no bussy, folk. You bogus. You bogus. You out here buying bussy and you ain't paying after, folk. You wrong. Somebody said congrats. But yeah, you bet stop buying bussy. But yeah, when I was going through what I was going through and shit, folk, on Steve Gray, folk, and like wow, like at this point, I felt like it was up with me and my niggas, folk. Like it was up with me and certain people. I didn't know, like you know. And he had hit me up for, and this was at a time, I'm kind of fresh out for like break heart. Break Harpe say, seems you're too loyal to people who don't deserve it. Motherfuckers forget your name was the one being mentioned for belt and shit before you touched the mic. Yeah, man. It's all good though. It's just shit that you gotta learn when you in this life, man. You just gotta learn through trial and error. You know who you can fuck with and who you can really be homies with. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning every day just to, I'm learning every day. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good because I ain't gonna stop being me because of a couple bad apples. I'm just gonna watch who I be me too. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming for sure. Um, but E used to be hitting me up and shit, and like E would be DMing me or text me and shit. And I fuck with E. That's my big brother, folk. But at this point in my life, I'm playing everybody by arm's length, folk. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing everybody by arm's length, folk. So at this point, he hitting me up, talking to me and shit, folk, and I'm just like, I'm playing it, I'm playing at arm's length, but this my big brother though. So one day he hit me like, "For what you on?" For I'm like, I ain't no shit, for I'm chilling. He like, "For I'm gonna slide on you this week, for I'm gonna get some traffic, I'm gonna slide on you, for." Now mind you, G, I'm thinking like, all right, I'm gonna meet E somewhere, I'm gonna have E meet me somewhere, folk, like. I'ma have E meet me somewhere, folks. Like I'ma have folks. I'ma have I'ma have I'ma have folks come. You know. I'm gonna have folks come on BD, folks. Hey, bro, stop commenting that shit, bro. You gonna fucking keep saying new op story, folks? Like, stop saying that, folks. I see you. Damn, folks. But yeah, folks. Now, bang on for them. When he hit me up and he like, man, folks, I'm gonna have phone them. I'm gonna have phone them. I'm gonna have phone them come give me some tea and I'm gonna slide on you. So I'm thinking like, all right, cool, folks. I'm gonna meet him outside in public somewhere. You know, I don't want him having my low, folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna meet folks somewhere. I'm thinking I'm gonna pay him arm's length. You know what I'm saying? Folks. So when E hit me up, folks, on Steve, I end up didn't have really nowhere to meet folks at. So now I'm like, bro, fuck it. I give him my low, but I give him like a address like 2 houses down. You know how you send a motherfucker your location, but you give him a low that's over there. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 houses down or something won't phone them. Like 2 houses down means some shit. Like a motherfucker pull up to your crib, folks, and you gonna walk them in your door. It don't even matter, folks. Like, you know, so on for them grades, so now bang. When Shorty and them get that on Steve, folks, when Shorty come, he slide him and Los. It's him and Los, folks. It's him and Los, folks. Folks come in that bitch, folks. We went to my room for him and Los that's booked on the O Block 6 case. Los, Carlos, folks. Him and Los come slide on me. Los, my other brother, for another nigga who too love, folks. Like, this 2017, y'all. This when I'm going through all the shit I was going through. I'm getting to it with niggas and shit. Like, so, like, this around the time where my head ain't in the right space, folks. Like, you feel me? Like, my head was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? At one point, folks. Like, and folks just came, folks, and he made me feel so much better, folks. Like, y'all don't even be knowing, folks. Like, when they be feeling like your world crashing down and shit like that, folks, and certain respectable niggas, folks, come through and just be like, man, bro, we love you, little bro. Like, we ain't with none of that. We ain't scandalizing on the guys, folks. I love you, little bro. You know, and as long, like, you ain't never got to question me, folks. Like, that shit made so much, folks. Like, that shit meant so much to me, folks. Like, this why I'm over be telling, like, folks, like, when I be on there and I be talking, folks, like, about O Block, folks, like, these niggas, folks, that was making sure I was straight, folks, while I was in two of my niggas, folks. O Block niggas, folks. Vaughn then was sliding. When Vaughn came straight out the joint, folks, he came to see me, folks. Soon as Vaughn got out, he came to see me, folks. Soon as he got out, folks, he came and slid on me, folks, on Steve. Edog and Los them sliding on me. I'm in jail, folks. When I was going through my shit in jail, folks, Wick City niggas was checking on me, folks. Wick City niggas was checking on me. On BD, folks. A-Ski them was checking on me, folks. Phone them was sending me bread and making sure I was straight. On Steve, folks. Phone them was with me, folks. Vaughn was with me, folks. On Steve, like, this shit, like, that shit was different, folks. Like, I ain't gonna lie, folks. Like, phone them was just different type of niggas, folks. I ain't gonna lie, folks. Phone them was different type of niggas, folks. And they always made sure I was straight, folks, and on Steve. Like, when I was going through, when I was at my lowest, folks. When I was at my lowest, folks, niggas like E, them was making sure my head was on tight and that I knew I had love out here on Steve, folks. They was making sure I felt the love and that I knew my big brothers was always gonna make sure I'm straight, just like they always did. Folks came to my crib, like I'm texting them, we on the phone, all type of shit, folks. He never said none of the shit that he eventually ended up saying to me, folks. It's like he waited, folks, like He waited to see me, folks, in person, in my face, so he could look me in my eyes, folks, and be like, folks, you don't never got to worry about me, folks. And Los was on the same type of time, folks, on Steve. He let me know, like, boy, you don't never got to worry, folks. You don't never got to worry. You don't never got to play me at arm's length, folks. And then fuck my head up before he left and told me, like, yeah, I see you sent me your address from 2 houses down on phone them, folks. Tweak me out like, yeah, bitch, I see you try to send me a house from next door. Bitch, stop playing with me. On phone him straight. He straight treated me, folks. He straight treated me, folks, for basically, like, playing and left him. Like, from basically playing him like he a backdoor me. He was mad at me. Like, nigga, you don't never got to worry about me. Fuck is wrong with you? Like, you don't got to do that with me. On phone them, and I just remember that conversation, folks. On BD, we smoked all type of weed. Folk came over there, they still had bags of weed. This one, bags of weed was still, folks had bags of weed. I think Los was selling it for I bought like 3-4 bags of weed for folks. We just sat right there, and folks rolled up and everything, folks. And we just sat right there and just kicked the bobos, folks, and just talked about a lot of shit in life on Steve. And it just, he always makes sure that I know, folks, that he here, he with me, folks. He don't miss birthdays or nothing, folks. You know what I'm saying? He don't miss birthdays or nothing, folks. Every birthday, happy birthday, little bro. Like, I don't gotta talk to him. I don't gotta do nothing with him, folks. Biddy. But that boy, a real boy. That's a real member, folks. On BD, that's why you see everybody love E. Everybody love E. Reese and them love E. The Lamb E. You could catch E in any neighborhood near you that's affiliated with us, folks. On BD, everybody love E. Everybody gonna run through a brick wall about Edog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna run through a brick wall about Edog, folks. I'm telling you. Everybody will, folks. The Albino Perry, folks. Everybody gonna run through a wall about Big E. I'm telling you, folks. He deserve it, folks. I'm gonna give that man his flowers right now, folks, on BD, because a lot of niggas look up to E, folks. A lot of y'all favorites that y'all like, folks, that y'all rock with, even if they don't move like E, folks, they got respect for E. They look up to E. E is one of the end-all, be-alls. He's like a fucking, he like the glue to this shit, folks. Something happened to E, you gonna see a lot of more niggas who didn't already like O-Block but just loved E and a couple other niggas. They gonna start dissing O-Block. It's gonna be niggas who gonna be like, oh man, fuck them niggas after O-Block if something happened to E, folks. Not because they don't fuck with O-Block, it's just that niggas really love E. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas really love E, folks. On BD, I ain't gonna lie. E one of them, folks. Like, E one of those, folks. No E slander gonna be tolerated. Never on my platform. Nowhere. When I see a nigga talking bad about E on Steve, he's a straight bitch. Nothing, but I don't got no respect for a nigga talking down on E, folks. Nobody. On phone, nobody, folks. Shout out to Bree Harp. Say he seemed like Vaughn really loved his guys, but Dirk more of an opportunist. Shout out to Keith Ross for the donation, man. If that's how you feel. That's how you feel. For them. But yeah, man, like, shorty, y'all know, y'all gotta understand, if y'all gonna love anybody from the drill culture or from the drill scene, love that boy E. You know what I'm saying? Like, love that boy E, folks. Love that boy. Love him to death. You know what I'm saying? Show him love. Embrace E. You know what I'm saying? Support E. You know what I'm saying? Give E the type of love that he deserves. If y'all gonna like anybody from Vaughn and Sosa Hood, like E, support his music. He do his own thing. E even got his own style. For E got his own lingo. Like, E be typing shit. I be like, what the fuck? Does this nigga type this on accident? I don't even know what the fuck this shit say. But E understand it. All that you be seeing motherfuckers talking about me boy, me girl. Like, that shit E started. E started that me boy, me girl shit on BD. I be calling motherfuckers that me girl on BD, folks. Like, on the guys, folks, like, folks be typing like his motherfucking 2-year-old stole his phone and pressed post on BD. But he get it on BD. Look, they getting that truly need on phone them like there. That truly need on phone them. Everybody was posting that. Folks will say something. Hashtag truly need. Everybody started truly need on phone. Edog a trendsetter too, folks. Telling you, folks, he got his own lingo. I don't know what the fuck he be talking about half the time on BD, but if you know, you know. That's Big Perry, the Albino Perry, man, on for them. Like, you know, like, big dog. One of the ones, man, on for them, like, folk, like, folk. Tell you, folk. E is one of them. E is one of them. He deserve everything that he got to come in his way for. Like, that's what Big Perry on for them. Even the Perry thing, like the Lil Perry, Big Perry, all that, that's E work, folks. On for them grade. That Fortnum, F-O-R-T, Fortnum, E work. On for them, folks. Glory Boy know what he know. On phone them. That's probably somebody that's from our way or something. Because Glory Boy is spitting right now. He know what he talking about, folks. Big Perry is E lingo, folks, on BD, folks. The Joker pictures, E used to post Joker pictures. People used to be like, oh, what is for them grade? Just used to be like, y'all don't even, folks, E a trendsetter, folks. He be having, E don't even speak, folks. He just be having everybody doing what he do, folks. I'm telling you. It's like that, folks. I'm telling you. But, that's the end of the E story, man. That's about all as I can speak on without going too deep and in depth about a lot of things, folks. But that's the end of the E story. I told y'all it's kind of different. It wasn't too much humor like it usually is because we went through a lot, me and E. You know what I'm saying? But, man, like, you know, I hope y'all enjoyed this story, man, on phone them. Like, I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Shout out to 7 Mile. My boy said, of course, on phone them. And that for sure, like all of that, like when everybody was saying for sure, he was getting that for sure on for them, for sure. Now everybody getting that for sure, for sure. For sure is like for sure with an emphasis, like nah, for sure. It ain't even for sure. It's for sure. I'm for sure. We doing that for sure, shorty. You know, A13 say they don't like me, but they gotta respect this gangster stuff on phone now. You know that. 410 Josh. Shout out to folks. He say 2 questions. Do you write to the beat or you pick the beat then write? Also, do you like the recording process or performing better? Definitely like performing. You get a big rush from that. And I usually write once I hear the beat, but I do sometimes write and I come like with things in my head. I have a certain little woo-wop in my head. I jot that down. You know what I'm saying? I jot that down without a beat, but usually I'm just on more money. Say Tay, get you a vest. Say on point, we can't lose you. For sure, fo. I'm gonna be on point, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get a vest, fo. I don't wanna get. I wanna be safe out here for y'all, man. I wanna be safe out here for you guys, fo. Whoa. Yeah, the mods, get that freak up out of there, fo. Von D. He said, did you ever give us? No, I haven't did none yet. He on the way though, Kev 18th Street. Whoa, everybody coming through at the same time. Kev 18th Street said, High Portillo's in Orlando. Shit was trash, gang. Ran into a couple people from the rack that told me how to order it and all, and double dipped and all. No diddy. Right, bro. You gotta I'm telling you, folks, just pull up on me, folks. I'm gonna show you how to get you one, man. Double dipped Italian beef, boy. You know what I'm saying? Jalapeno peppers on that, John. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get the cheese cup on the side. You know what I'm saying? Double dip, it gotta be wet, can't be a dry. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual gangster Miss Tanya. What's up, TT? He said he seems like a real one. I seen him walk out of an interview and asked about Vaughn. He seems to be a real one. I could name a few that looked questionable. No, Edog is too thorough, for like I'm telling y'all, bro. E is really one of those, bro. Like one of those. I'm telling you, he deserve all this love and flowers, folks. And he Baltimore 40-33. Shout out to folks. He said I stay seeing motherfuckers attaching second sets to members. I never seen them claim people be saying LA was 400 each and Jmoney was DOD. Any truth to that? Well, people saying LA 400 east, I ain't gonna get mad at that because LA was in 400 east a lot. You like when you wasn't in the hood, he was over there on 400 east. So if 400 east claim him, you won't hear me have a gripe about it because being his best friend, you will know he spent a buku amount of time in 400 east for years. He used to go over there for days, weeks, and not come back because JB lived on 400 East. He lived smack dab on 400 East. He didn't have to go nowhere. JB lived right on the block. So he'll go right to JB crib. JB grandma stayed right there for them. So he'll be right on 400 East for them. And Jmoney being DOD, he was doing that too. Savvy, the bastard, said Edog was O's Chucky for sure. You could say that, folks. You could definitely say that, folks. For them. Hope this story gave y'all a little more insight about E, man. For them, like, for them. Oh! Somebody was just on here throwing it. Throwing it. But yeah, man, look. I'm finna go and get up off here, man. Do y'all want me to come back and do bingo night tonight or what? Do y'all want to do bingo night? Yeah. Hey, dog, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I opened my phone, she was throwing cheeks, baby. As soon as I opened my phone, booty butt, booty butt, booty butt, cheeks, booty butt, booty butt, cheeks. She was just, oh, gee, look, like, come on, folks. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to show y'all this, folks, without leaking her, folks. Folks, look at this, folks. She acting bad, folks. Like, that's too crazy, folks. That is, man, folks. Like, I'm talking about, folks. She getting that. Like, gee. Then, like, I feel like they be knowing what they be doing, G, when they do that little angle, G, and they show a little bit of coochie while they throwing it, G. Like, they let a little coochie hang out the thong, like, for them. Whoo. Now she let a little bit hang out the joint, like, ooh. Ooh. Man. Shit, fool. There you go. Bro, y'all need to see this shit one more time, fool. Look at this shit. She different, fool. Like, come on, she different, gang. Like, oh, man. She different. She's so different. She's so different. She's so different. She's so different. Yeah. 64th Alley, shout out to folks. He says, So you met E before Vine. I'm still tweaking off you saying he looked like a cooked top ramen noodle. Now I met all folks them at the same time. It's just is around the same time, just like at different parts. You know what I'm saying? I actually met four of them and then met folks on BD. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get off here. I'm finna go beat my shit to that. I'm gonna get up with y'all, man. I'm finna go jerk this chicken, man, on phone them, man. Jerk, extra jerk on phone them. Feel what I'm saying? Finna go beat this motherfucker. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit y'all though, man. Love, peace.